Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I discuss all things sales and marketing for small businesses. And today, ironically, I'm going to be showing you how to sell to larger businesses. The massive advantage that you have when selling to large businesses as opposed to small ones is that they have a lot of information about them online. And I'm talking, FTSE 250 companies, S&P 500s, they have as much information online as you're ever going to need to be able to sell. Now you need to research, and how you can research, there's a number of ways. And if you want to see some ways, I strongly recommend that you join my Facebook group, the 6-Figure Sales group. But essentially, what you need to be doing is figuring out what a big problem is within the business that your product or service solves. Big businesses buy to solve problems as opposed to emotional decisions because they don't have as much of an attachment to the money as a smaller business may have when the person's paying out of pocket. So if you can latch onto a particular problem that's impacting not just one person, but impacting a lot of people, then you may be onto a winner. You need to do the research first in order to figure out what that solution may be. Now, by doing your research, you've not only helped solve one solution, but you've also helped become an authority, which is another very key asset. Big businesses aren't as willing as smaller ones to take a chance on people who maybe don't have much experience, because at the end of the day, in a big business, somebody's neck is going to be on the line. If they make a bad decision, they're going to have to go to a board meeting and let the board know they made a bad decision. And nobody wants to be in that meeting. So what you're going to have to do is figure out a way that you can come across as an authority, whether that be through your business brand or through your personal brand. You need to be building your name up somehow, some way over time. Everything I teach to people about selling into big businesses takes time. It's harder to gain traction with big businesses if you're just starting out as a newbie, as it would be selling into smaller ones. But figure out a way that you can make work for you, where you can actually build up your name and build up your worth and authority. As I say, the quickest way is to have done your research on that particular company and solved a particular problem. Now let's say that you've made it in. The company is happy to take a call with you, they're happy to have a meeting with you, but now you find that it's quite a complex company with a CEO, CMO, CFO, CTO, CIO, EIO, EIEIO. I don't even know what else they may even have in their business, right? Now basically, with these kind of businesses, they have a lot of C-levels and a lot of decision makers and a lot of people with power. And at the end of the day, any one of those people with power can say yes or no to your decision, but you want every single one of them to be saying yes. So you need to be engaging as many decision makers as possible and get them knowing your name. It's not enough for just your first point of contact to know Tor is the guy that you're speaking to about selling. Everybody that you can reach who's got some level of power needs to know that you're trying to sell. So you want to engage all the people who have a potential say of yes or no in your decision. How do you find out who those people are? You research. You do your research, you do your background research first, and then you're going to actually ask your point of contact if there's any other people who need to be involved. Now guys, I have 2 more suggestions for you if you're looking to get more experience with selling. And that is A, subscribe to this channel where I am giving out more sales tips for free than any of my competition are doing with their paid services. And B, join my Facebook group, 6-Figure Sales. In that group, we go through how people sell, different techniques people use, and how you can market your business. Now, one really good way that you can get your name even more out there is by engaging others in the business. So rather than just speaking to the C-levels, why don't you engage some of their direct reports, the people that report into them, the people that they manage? Because if you can get them all on your side and them all saying yes, then potentially their boss would also be more inclined to give a yes. Especially if your solution is something like a software solution where people need the software for their job, you're solving a problem that they have, that all the staff need. If you can get them to see the value of your software, then they're more likely to go up to their boss and say, do you know what, this thing really works, let's try and push for getting access to this if we can. What you need to do is get as many people saying yes to your solution as possible, because at the end of the day, it's a big company. There's a lot of people that are going to be involved. So it's better that they like you than they don't. Last but not least is making sure that they can buy from you easily. If I'm a big business, I've got a lot of different companies to choose from who maybe are providing the same solution. You need to try and make it as easy as possible for that company to buy from you, or else it's going to be very challenging. If you were talking to a girl and you found her attractive and you wanted to get into a relationship with the girl, and she has loads and loads of options out there of people that she could go after, you need to give a reason as to why she would go with you. You need to make it as easy as possible and as logical as possible for her to go with you. Same thing comes to business. And I use the analogy of like relationships and business all the time, because they're actually just the same thing, and the whole of life is just one big bubble of a similar kind of thing going on over and over again. But that is a different video for a different conspiracy theory for a different day. Anyway, what you need to be doing is selling your services in such a way that it's a no-brainer for them to go with you, because they've got options of anyone else they can go for. It's going to be very hard for them to stick with you. So do what you can, make it easy, figure out a way that you can reach all the decision makers, get the teams of the decision makers involved, be an authority, and make sure you've done your research and you're well on your way to selling into large companies. Now, I'm Tor. Thank you so much for your time. And like I say, like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you enjoyed it. Next time I'll give you more free value than anybody else is giving you with their paid service.